Today we're going to talk about, welcome again to my channel, A Talk with Barb, Molly and Princey. Okay, today we're going to do some recipes. It's coming on to Christmas, and so we're going to be doing a lot of cooking. We're going to stop the other things that we do, and we're going to do some recipes. Today is traditional Jamaican Christmas pudding, or black cake, as we may call it. A lot of people want to make it and a lot of people can't make it, and I'm not going to be making it. I'm just going to tell you how to. I think when you tell somebody out, instead of keep showing them, oh, this is what you're doing, no, you want to know how to make it. Okay, so these are the ingredients that you will need. So you will need 2 pounds of raisins, ½ pound of currants, 1 pound prune, ½ pound cherries, ½ pound dates, ¼ pound nuts, and that could be the pecan and those nuts. ½ pound mixed peel, and that is the orange peel. You buy the peel in the supermarket, or you can dry the orange skin, peel orange, dry the skin, and then you pound it and sift it, and that's your orange peel. If when you don't have it, then you can do that. Grated rind of 1 lime, burnt sugar for coloring, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 1 pint rum, 1 pint port wine, 12 eggs, 1 pound butter, 3/4 cup dark sugar, that's brown sugar, ½ pound breadcrumbs, ½ pound flour, ½ teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon grated nutmeg, 2 teaspoons ground cinnamon, pinch of cloves, 1 pint sherry. You don't have to put all that in there. You can cut it in half. Depends on how much you're making, because this is gonna make a little much. So you can cut it in half. You can cut out some of the things if you don't want. You can cut out if you don't like dates. You can cut out the dates. You can cut out a lot of the things if you don't want. If you don't want to, you don't have to put them all in. Breadcrumbs, you don't have to. You don't have to do all that. Okay. What is it there? So you got to take, you got to stew the prune. Take, if it have the pits in it, you take it out and you stew it with sugar to taste. Then chop it up finely. Take out the pits out the dates, so you stone the dates, as they call it, and chop fine. Cut all the fruits very fine, except currant. Place all fruits in a large jar, omitting nuts. Pour liqueur on fruit and steep for at least 1 month. So you keep it for at least a month. You don't have to do that. You can get all your ingredients and you can mix it up and you can get it ready for a week or a day or whatever. Sometimes I just do all that and make it a day if I didn't put it, sometime I put it for soak years. If I didn't lose it last year, then I use it this year and whatever. Jamaican people always cure it, and they say cure, and then you heat the cake and it's like you're eating rum. It's so strong it make you drunk. You don't have to do all that and save it for months, but you can save it if you want to. Cream, butter, and sugar. Add beaten eggs. Sieve together flour, breadcrumbs, baking powder, and salt, and add 2 tablespoons burnt sugar for coloring. It didn't tell you up there about baking powder, but yes, you need a tablespoonful of baking powder. Okay, add chopped nuts and fruit. Taste to see if a sharper taste is required, if it need more rum. If you don't need more rum, then you don't. And add some brandy, wine, liqueur, or rum to taste. Pour batter into a well-greased and heavy-lined baking pan. So get the baking pan, whichever one you, generally the deep one, you know, to hold all the batter. And generally you grease the pan, and then that grease paper, you can put that in there, or you can just grease the pan, put flour, shake it up, and make sure, you know, the flour is evenly around, and then you put your butter in there. Cover tightly and steam for about 4 hours. That is if you're going to cook it. If you don't have a oven, some people in Jamaica don't have a oven, so they steam it, what they call steam it. So they put it out, get a pot, big pot with water, and put it there to boil, or put it on the fire outside in the wood and put it to boil for 4 hours. The pudding may also be set, cover in 250 degree oven and bake for at least 4 hours. So if you're not steaming it, you're going to bake it 250 degree and bake for at least 4 hours. Serve with brandy sauce. So the sauce that you created before, you're going to serve it with that. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to make the sauce on it. You can just make the cake and put the just serve the cake regularly with ice cream, or you know, how you want it, and it is just as delicious. And this is our Christmas cake, or you make a traditional Jamaican Christmas. They call it pudding, but it's cake with all that dates and raisin and currants and cherries. And if you want all that, a lot of people don't like all that, because I don't like all that personally for myself, but that's the recipe that's for home. So if you don't like all that stuff, you don't have to put all that there. You can just make it with light, you know, cut out a lot of the things, and cut out a lot of the cut the recipe in half, in order to where it says pint, you put a half pint, or you know what I mean, or cut it in 3, so you'll divide the ingredient that I name in 3, so you don't have to get a lot of those and get it so strong with rum. You can cut out the rum totally, because I bake it without rum also, because my pastor never liked rum in the cake because it's too much. You put a little bit, you know, but you don't have to put a whole ton load to taste. Just a little bit, because it's it tastes better with the rum. But that's the cake, and that's our cake that we make for Christmas. I'm going to be telling a lot of other recipe, barbecue. I have a lot of homemade recipe that I make for myself. Oxtail, curry chicken, you know, macaroni and cheese from scratch. And if you need any recipe, send in the comments and send it to me, and I will be happy to send you whatever you need. But that's how you make the Jamaican traditional Jamaican Christmas cake, black cake. Thank you again for watching Talk with Barb, Molly, and Princey. Have a great afternoon.